Okay, so for the third part of the project, we had to talk to like our fellow students who we picked, and then sort of talk about like our educational differences and background. I found me and my roommate Josh from Taiwan has a very big and distinct differences in our background for particularly high school. I found out like my high school was very bare bones, 7:30 to 2:20. It was just consistently that. And for Josh, what he had to do is he had to go to, like, it was sort of like a boarding school. So he lived there. So it's kind of like here. So he wasn't very, having roommates, nothing new to him. It was pretty new to me. So I thought that was very interesting. And he talked about how the school is kind of set up into, not factions, but like kind of houses like Harry Potter almost. And that was they did something similar to that in my middle school, but not to such an extent that they ended up doing for Josh's school. I thought that was really, really interesting, and it's a very big and different sort of concept to sort of wrap my head around. And him talking about, they were super into sports, not every sport. Like he brought up how he was a goalie for soccer. I thought that was really interesting, and how that sort of is I already knew that was a global sport, but how that's very much shared. I thought that was really fascinating. And then after that, he talked about just like little stories from here and there, and I showed him my senior video that I worked on for my high school, and he had the same one. It was very interesting because they're basically extremely similar sort of ideas and concepts, but it's just popular music over there and popular music over here. Was the bare bones, like sort of the skeleton of it was the exact same. I thought that was really interesting. He was talking about all his fellow classmates and stuff like that, and you could just say very distinct memories with them, and I thought that was really interesting. And I think maybe probably because, being there 24/7, it's kind of like here where it's super consistent. You remember all these big things, so that's your life at that point. Like, I don't remember a lot of stuff from high school because there's other stuff going on. I'm not there. I wasn't there 24/7. I thought that was really, really fascinating. So, yeah, it was interesting sort of talking about our educational backgrounds and seeing just how similar but also yet different they are at the same time. I thought that was really interesting, and I asked him, why did you go into your major? His major is like social, something about social. I feel bad. I don't remember it because I've been moving with the but something about social. I remember asking him. I was like, why? And he said, it seemed like he just couldn't think about it. He didn't want to go into undecided. But I thought that was also again very interesting because I was originally going to be in undecided, but then sort of just enough factors pushed me to my major, which is English, and it was very fascinating because I had a teacher like sort of pushed me, and he didn't really have any teachers he was super close to. And he said a lot of them were from the U.S. and they would come and they would teach in Taiwan. I thought that was super interesting, and he's just interesting. I thought that was super cool to sort of hear and talk about with him, sort of differences and similarities, and just the bare bones of it being the complete same, but almost entirely different. I thought that was really interesting for this part of the project, and I was very kind of excited to hear more. I'm sort of excited to hear more about his stories later on, and yeah.